One. In last class, we have understood the meaning of ownership and the kinds of ownership. In this class, we are going to learn about what is meant by land and its classifications. So let us understand what is meant by land. Land may refer to the part of the earth that is not covered by water. So that part of the earth which is not covered by water is considered as land. The definition of land includes land with or without scrub, waterlogged and marshy land. All these are considered or comes under the definition of land. Degraded pastures, grazing land, graded land under plantation crop sands, inland, coastal, mining, industrial, wastelands. These all comes under the definition of land. Only that part of earth which is covered by water, excluding that part, the remaining is all considered as land. So now as we have understood the meaning of land, let us understand the classifications of land. The land is classified into ninefold land use by the Ministry of Food and Agricultural Statistics in the year 1948 as follows. So the land is classified based on its usage. How a land is used based on that usage. The land is classified into 9 types. So the first is forests. Forests include all lands classed as forests under any legal enactment dealing with forests or administered as forests, whether state owned or private, and whether wooded or maintained as potential forest land. So here we are given the definition of forest. So forest is also a type of land. Forest includes all those lands that are classified as forest under any legal enactment. So it means that any statute or act in which the definition of forest is given, it is considered as a potential forest land. The area of crops raised in forests and grazing lands or the area open for grazing within the forest should remain included under the forest area. So the grazing lands or any area open for grazing are also considered as forest. So first classification is forest. Second is land under non-agricultural uses. This category includes all lands occupied by buildings, roads and railways or underwater. So those lands which are not used for agricultural purposes are also considered as land. So in these areas, buildings or roads, railways are constructed. This is the second type of classification. And here are some of the examples. Those are rivers and canals and other lands put to use other than non-agriculture. And the third type is barren and unculturable land. This category covers all barren and unculturable lands, including mountains, deserts, etc. So all that area where agriculture cannot be grown or agriculture cannot be done, such as the mountains or deserts, these areas are also considered as land, which cannot be brought under cultivation except at a high cost, is classed as unculturable land. So these areas, such as the mountains and deserts, are called as unculturable land. Whether such land is in isolated blocks or within cultivated holdings. These areas could be within cultivated areas, such as here is the cultivated area and the surroundings could be mountains or deserts. So these all are considered as unculturable areas and these comes under the definition of land. The fourth type is permanent pastures and other grazing lands. So the area which is given for the purpose of grazing are also considered as land. This category covers all grazing lands, whether they are permanent pastures or meadows or not. Village commons and grazing lands are included under this category. So grazing lands and other pastures or meadows also comes under land. So the next and fifth classification of land is miscellaneous tree crops and groves not included in the net area zone. So here net area zone means that part of land where rice or pulses, grains are grown. So this area is called as net area zone. Excluding that area, all comes under the miscellaneous tree crops and groves. So this may also include the groves for fuel or fruits or other other plants excluding the net area zone. Under this class is included all cultivable land. This land is also cultivable land, but it does not include the net area zone, which is not included under the net area zone, but is put to some agriculture use. It is used for agricultural purposes, but not under net area zone. Lands under thatching, grass, bamboo bushes, other groves for fuel, etc., which are not included under orchards, are classed under this category. So that part of area which does not come under net areas will be called as miscellaneous tree crops and groves. And the sixth classification is culturable waste. This category includes all lands available for cultivation, all those lands which are available for cultivation, whether taken up for cultivation or taken up for cultivation once, but not cultivated during the current years and the last 5 years or more in succession. The, this type this type of land is the area where the land is available for cultivation but not yet cultivated during the current years and the last 5 years or more in succession. Such lands may either be fallow or covered with shrubs and jungles which are not put to any use. That means that due to non cultivation in this area, any shrubs or weeds or jungles were grown. So, this type of area is also comes under the definition of land. So, the seventh type of classification of land is current fallows. This means this class comprises cropped areas which are kept fallow during current years only. This means that once a crop has been grown and it is left uncultivated during the same year. For example, if any seedling area is not cropped again in the same year, it may be treated as current fallow. So, in that area, once a crop has been grown, but it is left as it is in the same year, then after the harvesting is done. And the second classification, the eighth classification of land is other fallow land. This category includes all lands which were taken up for cultivation but are temporarily out of cultivation for a period of not less than 1 year and not more than 5 years. The reasons for keeping such land fallow may be one of the following. So, here a land has been taken up for cultivation, but they have not started cultivating the land yet for at least 1 year or more than 5 years. The reasons include poverty of the cultivators, that is due to lack of money or inadequate supply of water, malarious climate, silting of canals, or unremunerative nature of farming. So these may be the reasons for the land to left uncultivated. This is the eighth type of classification. The ninth is the net area zone. As we have understood in the last slide, net area zone is the total area in which crops are actually cultivated at least once during an agricultural year. So in this land, it includes all the rice, pulses or grains, etc. This type of cultivation, cultivated land is called as net area zone. It does not include fallow land, forest land, land under buildings, roads, or water bodies. So, how to know what is the net area zone is by knowing this formula. Net area zone is equal to total geographical area. That means a total area where we want to find the net area minus forest. Forest means we have understood in the first slide, and the barren land where no agriculture can be produced or cultivated. So it is called as a barren land, and land not available for cultivation. That includes the land or buildings, roads, water bodies, and fallow land, as we have understood in the previous slide. So the total geographical area minus all these lands is equal to net area zone. To get the net area zone, we can use this formula. So that's all for this class. I hope you all have understood it. Thank you.